confident, sporty female role models as central characters, and Shelley Bean provides just that. I'm a big fan of Shelley Bean. This is a must-have series for any family, and would have loved this. I would have loved this as a young girl. Go Shelley Bean. So we appreciate her support as always. The All-Star voting is out, and the Minnesota Lynx 9-6 as we talk today do not have a starter. Do you care to comment on that?
Yeah, a little bit disappointing. We got such a strong fan base, and then obviously from someone like the FISA who was in the top 10, UConn is a strong fan base. So we were in good shape through the first returns, and then obviously it fell off a little bit. So a little disappointed. I think, Sylvia Fowles, she should be an all-star voted by the fans because, people don't realize what she goes through. Those bigs, especially this year, the way that the game's being officiated. Would have liked to seen fans recognize how talented Sylvia Fowles is, and but I do know this. I think that the coaches, that's the next layer of voting. The fans have 50% of it. The media had 25%, and the players had 25% of that first round. And so now the coaches come behind that, and then vote in players. And I suspect that you'll see Sylvia and Odyssey a part of that, and hopefully Nafisa Collier.
I want to talk to you about Asia Taylor and a little bit more on Odyssey Sims. I'm interested in them. I do want to quickly thank Cara Quinn, Twin Cities realtor. You can reach her, Cara, C-A-R-A, at brickandbanister.com. That's Bannister with one N. Cara at brickandbanister.com. You can also find her on Facebook, Zillow, and Instagram. If you need to sell or buy a house, you might as well go with somebody that we trust, that you probably are familiar with now. She's been on the show before. It's her goal to help you find your perfect home. She has a great appreciation for architecture. She has a great appreciation for the beautiful homes we have all over the Twin Cities. C-A-R-A at brickandbanister.com, or you can call her at 612-203-7657. So Asia Taylor comes up big for you in Chicago. How did that come about?
Yeah, that was, she earned every penny of her replacement contract, all in that 17 minutes that she played. The way that she played, that's the reason why, we've always said that, we have an affinity for Asia Taylor and the way that she competes. She's undersized to be playing the post. She's just no more than 5'10". And, since the last time we saw her, she's, even a little bit more lean. And, she was a third round pick of ours. I forget what year it was. Mm-hmm. And she made the team in her first year as a third round pick. She came in there, we say she's got some dog in her, she's that player that just competes, is unafraid. And, her second year, she ended up not making the team, but has been on a couple other teams since then. She's just a player that keeps collecting knowledge, goes overseas and plays, and just has a great way about her. That was what I told her when we called her and asked her would she help us out. Exactly the reaction you hope for. I think I told the story that it was the day before we were playing Dallas, and it was, in the early evening. And I told her, I said, hey, can you get here tomorrow? Just joking with her. And she said, Coach, I just bought a scooter. She said, I can get there on my scooter. So I said, no, we'll just meet us in Minneapolis. And she didn't have to take a scooter. She could fly to Minneapolis. But she was just somebody so appreciative of the opportunity. She understands, how we do things and, how important our culture is. And I told her that was a big part of it. We wanted to make sure that we brought somebody in that would be selfless and know it wasn't about them and just try to help our team, for however long that she could. And it was just really fun for her, to have the opportunity last night in that game and to be so successful. And we needed it. We had Sylvia Fowles in foul trouble, and that's a big part of our offense. And so when she went to the bench, Asia had 6 straight points. They were hard baskets. And, she's just so athletic and long and, plays a little bit bigger than what she is. And, she defends in a way that we like. And she was a big part of that last possession on defense. We played a little defense there. And she was able to, help us out on that possession. And like I said, help us win that game. If Asia Taylor wasn't here in the game last night.
She was 36th pick, obviously the third round by the Minnesota Lynx in 2014. So she's been at it for a while now. Odyssey Sims continues to come up big for you. And can you just give us the view of her through a coach's eyes and what makes her special? What has allowed her to succeed at this level with you?
Well, I think so many players, that are on the elite side of things, have a little extra competitive fire about them. There's the skill, but then you need a little bit more than skill. And we've seen that in the league through the years. And one of the things I said was so appealing about Odyssey was when we played against her, when you don't like playing against someone, you probably want them on your team. She has a physical presence about her defensively and offensively. She's physical in the way that she plays and she moves and gets to small spaces. She's got great instincts for the game. She recognizes what play needs to be made. Not everything is perfect for sure, but I've not ever coached a player that did everything perfectly. She understands to draw the defense and kick it out. I think efficiency is something as we've talked to her about, just getting to the point where your field goal percentage increases because of your shot selection. She's getting assists for us. She's our leading assist player. The only guard in the league that's averaging 16 and 5 assists. That's pretty incredible. So she's such a big part of our team. She sets Syl up nicely. Again, she's drawing and kicking, and so I think for me, it's a double-edged sword of the competitive fire. It's hard to turn it off. And so the edginess. It's something I can relate to. That you don't always mean sometimes what you say and do when you're in that moment, and so you have to understand a person that. Odyssey just wants to win. She wants to win the possession, and she wants to do all the right things. And so we've had a pretty good connection because of that. There's heated moments too, where I have to be able to get on her, and and maybe that initial, she doesn't want to hear it, doesn't want to, but she rebounds quickly and then goes back out there. Kind of has this "I'll show you" way about her, which I really like. And she's been a good, solid teammate for us, and obviously without her. Things would probably look a little bit different.
Lindsay Whalen said on Twitter this week that you should be the WNBA Coach of the Year. I know you don't like that kind of stuff, but I thought I'd just bring it up for our audience. So I think we should let Lindsay Whalen's pick for WNBA Coach of the Year kind of break down the next couple of games, Friday night in Atlanta and then home on Sunday against the Mercury. And to me, your games against Los Angeles are always fascinating. Because they're such high-level games, and there's always something at stake. But there's always, to me, something really interesting about your team playing the Mercury, just because of the mix of personalities.
Yeah, going back to Way, she's funny because in Chicago there was a huge, both in Chicago and down in Indianapolis, huge AAU tournaments where just the area was just flooded with 15 and under teams from all countries. Same thing in Indianapolis, so it's a big recruiting time. And so apparently Lindsay was in Indianapolis in the hours before our game. Unfortunately, didn't get to come to the game, but she's got the game on her phone. Certainly something I'm sure that when she was doing that, but she was staying in, paying close attention. And so after the game, she's actually staying at our hotel. She didn't give me a heads up. I didn't know where she was, and next thing you know, we're in the same restaurant together in the bar and hanging out. And so Lindsay got to spend some time with me, Free, and Walt, and she's just so happy for this team, and just wanted to know what do they like, and why do you think that they've been successful. And so she was really excited as kind of an alum of the Lynx, and just a huge fan. So just wanted to share that. It was really good to see her, and she showed me her tweet. I asked her to delete it, because that's, as you said, it's not a comfortable place for me. I appreciate, that Lindsay's proud of our franchise, and that we're trying to uphold, the culture and the, just the expectations. So glad that we're making her happy. So the games, this is a tough stretch for us. The 3 road games, we got 2 of them. Obviously we're going to be locked in and try to get a third, and then we come home and we play Phoenix, who I think is playing really well. I think they've figured out some of their offensive struggles that they've had. Diana Taurasi should be back. I think she's going to be playing this weekend against Connecticut. That's a big game on ESPN Friday night. So, you're catching Phoenix at a tough time at home, and we want to win our home games. And like you said, it's something a little extra with these guys. The personalities involved. A lot of talent on Phoenix's side with Taurasi and Griner and Bonner. Bonner's leading the league in scoring. Our defense is pretty good. I think we like how we play Phoenix. As you know, we have Sylvia Fowles. They have Brittany Griner. They neutralize each other. Other teams have to go and double Brittany, where we're able to play single coverage that allows us to be able to play the perimeter players. But obviously a hard game for us. And then another home game against Seattle. Again, a team that's been, I think overachieving based on what people thought in them losing, Sue Bird and Stewie. And then now, Jill Lloyd's out. She's been out for a little bit, so they're hanging in there. So, every game's a big game, as they say. We just talked to our team about, we have opportunity here, and we want to continue to do the right things, play the right way, and see if you can, seal a game on the road here next on Friday, and then we get home, back to our fans. It'll be a good feeling to be in there, playing against Phoenix with all of our fans.
Hope to see you Sunday. Thanks for everything, Cheryl. Thanks for calling in. Thanks to SuccessfulMarketingGroup.com, Shelly being the sportsqueen.com, and Cara Quinn at Cara@brickandbanister.com. Thanks to all our sponsors and everyone who listens. Again, the best way to listen to this show or anywhere in the network is just find us on your favorite podcast app, subscribe, or you can always go to TalkNorth.com or just follow Cheryl on Twitter, and we get links out that way. So thanks to our producer, Brandon Morton, and we will talk to you next week.